Hey everyone. So, you've probably heard the name GitHub thrown around a million times, right? Especially if you're anywhere near the world of tech. But do you really know what it is? Today, we're going to peel back the layers and get to the heart of what this tool is all about.
Okay, let's just jump right in. If I asked you that question right now, what would you say? I bet a pretty straightforward answer comes to mind.
Yup. You'd probably say something like, it's a place to store code, a cloud drive for your projects, kind of like a digital filing cabinet for developers. And you wouldn't be wrong.
But that's not even close to the whole story. Honestly, that definition is about a decade out of date. Today, GitHub is so much more than that. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick journey through what it actually looks like to build software today. We'll see how GitHub has grown from just a code locker into the complete engine room for modern development.
All right, first things first. Let's get the big picture straight and talk about the fundamental shift in what GitHub actually is in this day and age.
And here's the absolute key takeaway. GitHub isn't just a destination anymore. It's a complete AI-powered developer platform. Think of it less like a storage unit and more like a whole workshop, a command center, and an automated factory floor all rolled into one. Now, to really understand that, let's actually follow the life cycle of an idea. We're going to trace it from just a simple thought all the way to a real piece of software, doing the whole thing inside the GitHub platform. It all starts right here. First, you have an idea. So you map it out and track your to-do list using GitHub issues. Then, when you're ready to start coding, you don't have to waste hours setting up a new computer. Nope, you just launch an instant, ready-to-go development environment in the cloud with code spaces. And get this, as you start typing, GitHub Copilot, your AI pair programmer, is right there with you, suggesting code, finishing your sentences, and helping you build way faster and smarter. But let's be real, software is rarely a solo mission. It's a team sport. And that brings us to what's really at the core of GitHub, collaboration. I mean, just look at the difference here. The old way was just chaos. We're talking confusing, endless email chains and these painful manual code merges that could break everything. But the GitHub way? It streamlines it all. You propose a change with something called a pull request, the team discusses it right there next to the code, and you manage the whole thing through a super clear code review process. It's organized, it's transparent, and it's just incredibly efficient. And, this whole spirit of collaboration, it goes way beyond just your immediate team. GitHub is the backbone of the entire open source community. You can even use features like GitHub sponsors to directly support the developers who build the amazing free tools you probably use every single day. Okay, so you've planned your work, you've written the code, and you collaborated with your team. What's next? Well, now it's time to build, test, and deploy that software. Welcome to the modern assembly line. This whole process has a name you might hear a lot, DevSecOps. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful, but the idea behind it is actually really simple. It just means building security into every step of the process, not just hacking it on at the end. It's all about being proactive instead of reactive. And GitHub gives you this awesome toolkit to make that happen. You use something called Actions to automate pretty much anything, from running tests to deploying your app. The platform has built-in tools that scan your code for security issues while you write it. It even has secret protection to stop you from accidentally leaking things like passwords or API keys. And for the really tough stuff, GitHub Advanced Security is there to help find and fix those deep, complex vulnerabilities.
So, we've seen the workflow, but who is this all for? Is it just for individual coders or small teams hacking away in a garage? Not even close.
The thing is, this whole platform is built to scale. It's the backbone for brand new startups, for teams that are growing super fast, and for some of the biggest enterprise companies on the entire planet. And we're not just talking about tech companies either. We're talking about really critical industries like healthcare, finance, manufacturing, and even government agencies. They are all relying on GitHub to build the software that powers their day-to-day operations. For those massive organizations, GitHub really brings out the big guns. They offer solutions built specifically for their needs. Things like enterprise-grade AI with Copilot for Business, top-of-the-line security features, and dedicated 24/7 support to make sure everything runs perfectly at a global scale. So let's just bring it all home. GitHub is not just a place to store code anymore. It's the platform where the future of software is being built every single day. And that future, it's more collaborative, more automated, and way more intelligent than ever before. It's really become this complete end-to-end system for turning an idea into reality. So, I guess the only question left is, what will you build with it? Thanks for tuning in.